Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now I am trying to catch up with my war videos. I still have 2 more to upload after this, but this one is against TCN. And in this video I am yet again bringing in Cassie. So this is going to be like my second more major war with Cassie as my main attacker. And this one goes better. This one doesn't go ideal yet, but it definitely does go better. So I do have white mags, which was meant to give some pre-fights to my teammates, and a Nimrod for a fight as well. And yeah, let's get in there and have a bit of fun. So needless to say, this season hasn't been going ideal for New Nation at all, but we are still hoping to finish it as best we can. And here in section 1, I have a date with that Longshot that smacked me around quite heavily. And this fight's going to be quite interesting. I started it doing very well and very correctly, and then I kind of got shy towards the end of the fight and unfortunately stretched it out longer than necessary. However, it's still gonna go better than the first time around, so we're putting on the boost, the indestructible 3 boost this time, checking that I'm recording. Let's go in. So basically the point of this fight is that Longshot is gonna spend the entire fight here on blockable, and now I am fully aware of how this fight is going to go, and I'm kind of better prepared. So obviously the withers here help me to trigger the masochism at all times, so it is a smaller chance for me to lose my power sting debuffs to masochism, which I appreciate. So here I still do not dash in the middle of a special attack, but I do land my intercept, which is undoubtedly going to help me. And we are, dealing plenty of damage here. I have 15 power stings on that long shot. I am yet again going to go for a light combo finisher to put that poison on to make sure all of my debuffs last longer. And here I do it correctly, where I dash in the middle of the Longshot special attack. Everything's fine. We are dropping our level 1. And I don't know why I stopped doing it. I dashed in, everything went fine, and I'm like, you know what? That seemed to work better. Let me not do that again. But still, Longshot's down here at 22%. I do make a small mistake here, but I recover with a striker. Unfortunately, my poison wasn't active, so my power stings did fell off, but he is only at 15% health. I do have the slow, the withers, the everything else going on for me. I should have charged a heavy attack here in all likelihood, but I do still knock him down, take him down to last 4% of the health. I do have measly 2 power stings, but another combo finishes this off. You can definitely do this fight faster, and in my next war, I think I do this fight again. So, we're definitely gonna revisit this fight, and we're gonna see that I progressively get kind of more comfortable in that fight. Now, next up, I'm going to the Path 9 Hazard Shift path, and we have Sauron here. Obviously, when it comes to dealing with Sauron, I have Nimrod, there's no one-eyed open, I can parry freely, so I think we can all imagine how this is going to go, more or less. So whilst he has the shock phase on, I'm just going to parry. Parrying is going to give me all the armor ups, and those armor ups will help me do more damage. Armor ups are actually quite important for Nimrod's damage. And now that the shock phase has expired, I'm just starting to smack him about, and I'm getting rid of all the prowess effects, and obviously he's eating shock damage. And I'm just slowly but surely building up to my level 2. Now here I somehow get tagged at the end of that special 2. Sauron's level 2 seems to have gotten trickier more recently. When he came out, I never got clipped by it. And more recently, I do, for whatever reason. However, it's Nimrod, and I still had the indestructible 3 boost, and on top of it all, I just get to level 2, and, Sauron just gets deleted even without that vulnerability debuff. And here we go. We are now going to be going up against Wong. We're going to be using Cassie here. So this one has one-eyed open, so I do not want to parry him and hit him. Since Cassie is a tactic attacker, I do not have to worry about hazard shift. And that's kind of name of the game here. Just don't do anything too silly, which, sometimes can be hard for me. And do not hit him whilst he's stunned. And then let just withers and power stings and everything else, deal the damage. So here I finish a combo with light to get that. Now, throughout the fight, I do get more comfortable, heavy punishing his level 1. Here I do drop my own level 1 to get that count active. To have the poison as well, we finished with a light ending combo. That is really helping Cassie whenever you are going up against a tactic defender. Then Cassie pretty much always has all of those poison charges ready to go. And now slowly but surely, I'm just letting Wong, kill himself. Now this was a bit risky. I should have charged probably slightly slower, but nonetheless, I do have 18 power stings on the bad boy right now. And I'm gonna go for a striker here, another full combo, and then we're gonna do a level 1. And those 19 power stings doing 27k damage a pop. Obviously, this Wong is a quite healthy beast, so doesn't go down immediately, but we're getting him down to 11. I definitely could have finished this fight quicker if I went for level 2, but I just kind of erred on the side of the caution. We can see that I finish it with a nice full yellow bar, 100% health. Much better. Next up, another interesting fight, and this one is going to be Mojo. And Mojo is kind of like a perfect matchup for Cassie, as is always, because you can always get your power stings built up quite quickly if you phase through his level 1. That gives you all the charges, all the stings, everything else. Obviously, you can never gain a buff on you, which means no degens unless you eat a level 2 to the face, basically. And yeah, it's not too bad here. So the plan is, again, just get some charges in. I immediately get 10 power stings because Mojo was aggressive. Do one get him in the corner, finish combo with light, get my poison active. Here we are already at 18 power stings. Now I just need to find an opening, and I do that. Now finish combo with light to get that poison to make sure my debuffs last longer. Now he activates a special, and at this point he's already melting. I am going to go in for another heavy attack, push him past the bar of power. Here I drop my block somehow for one reason or another, but that's fine. Here he uses a special, and at this point I think I just start building to level 2 because I decided that I have plenty of power stings. I still have some duration on my taunt, and if I get to my level 2 with that active, I get the guaranteed crits, and the fight should be over pretty much instantly, and we can see another nice Cassie fight. Finally, I'm getting a bit more confident and comfortable with her. That said, I will somehow screw up the ending of this war, and we're all again gonna have a bit messy fight. Now, I have done this fight again since, and again, I've done better at it, but this is the part of a learning curve. I do not know why my brain kind of spazzed out in the middle of this fight, but it's just gonna be another example of Cassie's, tankiness or ability to hit. So up until this last fight, I had borderline a perfect war. I didn't do any stupid things. I barely got touched, didn't really use many or any items and potions, and everything's fine. And start of this fight against Chavez is pretty much perfect as well. I know that I can punish that special one with a heavy attack of my own. At this point, she has this many debuffs, and here the AI, I fully expected her to dash in at me, and she didn't, so that kind of messed me up a bit, but it's not the biggest thing in the world. I just need to stay consistent, keep building up my power stings slowly but surely, keep knocking her down, get those withers active as well, should she start actually throwing the heavy attacks. I don't even know why I blocked those specials, I didn't really have a good reason to. So here I use a striker, throw in another heavy attack, we finally have about 17 power stings on her, and here I get parried. So that was an annoying thing, and then I kind of charged a heavy attack where I probably shouldn't have, but this is the big mistake. I would swear that I expected her to dash in at me, and she didn't. And now I push her to level 2 thinking I can get it, but I don't know why I threw that heavy attack, and this could have ended up quite badly. Luckily, obviously, all the debuffs and Cassie's tankiness and the fact that she had no dimensions active at that point kind of helped me out surviving that. And, I am at 50%, but this fight's pretty much over. Now, I did make about 2 silly mistakes with 2 little brain farts here. So I did lose 50% of my health, but that was the last fight of this war in particular. And for most part, up until this fight, in my defense, I did a solid job with Cassie. Not perfect, but solid. However, next 2 wars, you are going to see me do better and better with Cassie. And this is actually quite exciting as well for me, because as I play with her, I, gain a bit more confidence. Obviously, some of these matchups repeat themselves, and you kind of learn from them. And yeah, the most important thing, just like in the previous war, is, but did I die though? And I didn't, and that's great. And this war wasn't expensive for me either, unlike the previous one. Now, the only problem is that we as a team didn't do well enough, and unfortunately we ended up losing this war as well. So this season has been fairly rough start on us. There's just no other way to put it. I believe this was War 6 or 5, and yeah, it hasn't gone great. I believe at some point we were even in Plat 1, which is obviously below our standards. So we really do need to work very, very hard to finish, at a decent position. Hopefully somewhere in top 10 Masters. It's unlikely that we're going to get top 3 this season again. But I think top 10 Masters is still pretty much doable. We just need to put our big boy pants on. So let me know, guys, how is your war season going? And I'll try to upload another war video either later today or maybe tomorrow, because I do want to catch up with these a bit. So if you are enjoying the Cassie gameplay, hit that thumbs up button, or, well, hit any of the nice buttons. I greatly appreciate that. And I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information